Hi you guys, and welcome back to my channel. As you can tell, things are a little bit different. I have some makeup on. So if you want to know how to get this fun something look, continue watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and click the bell icon somewhere on the screen so you always know when I post a new video. Now let's hop right into the video. To get started, I need to prime my face. So first I'm going to use the E.L.F. Cosmetics Poreless Putty Primer. So this is one I typically just apply with my fingers all over my problem areas to really minimize the pores. And I just really get it all over my T-zone because that's where my pores are the biggest. And it will make my face just a little bit red because I have very sensitive skin. Alright, now that the face is all primed, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation in the shade Fair Sand. Now to blend this out, I'm going to use a damp beauty sponge. You can use a brush or you can use your hands if you want to. I don't like to do that, so I'm just going to start patting it in all across my face and blending it out. It's going to look kind of crazy at first, and I always go over my lips because it makes a good base for your lipstick later. I'm just gonna add a bit more on the forehead and a bit more across my face to help even out some of the texture. I do have a beard, so it's kind of hard to blend over that. It usually can look a little patchy if I don't blend excessively. Okay. Alright, now that that is all blended out over my whole face, I'm going to go in with some Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair. I'm just going to use this as a highlight shade to highlight under my eyes and on different parts of my face. Alright, now that I have it in all of the places that I want it, I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with the damp sponge again. And you always want to make sure to get right up underneath your eye. And then I always go ahead and bring it over my eyelid as well, just to have a nice seamless transition between the lighter parts and the darker parts of the face. And when I start blending, I always start from the bottom and then blend up closer to the eye, just like Nikki Tutorials taught me. Okay, so I have my face highlighted. It looks a little crazy because of the flashback right now from my light. Maybe we can kind of fix that a little. So one issue that I always have is I always have creasing in my forehead because I have very prominent forehead wrinkles. So right before I go in with powder, I always just tap over that part and just make sure it's nice and blended in. Now to set the face, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Translucent Shape Tape Setting Powder. And I always just go in with a nice powder brush. This one that I have is just the E.L.F. Total Face Brush, and I just set all over the face with this. And I pack a little bit extra in the places where I've put my concealer. Now I'm going to bronze. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Benefit Hoola bronzer, and I have the mini because I'm poor. So I'm going to take the E.L.F. complexion brush and I'm just going to bronze around my cheek areas and up on my forehead. I always make sure and bronze my forehead to give the idea of a smaller forehead than there really is because I have a 10 head. And that is looking a little bit intense on camera, but in person, I assure you, it looks much more natural. So just to make so the intensity go down, I'm just going to use that same beauty sponge that I was using before with excess product in it and just tap over my bronzer to make sure it is nice and blended so I don't look completely crazy. I'm also going to go ahead and bronze underneath my chin area. All right, now that we're looking just a little bit more snatched, I am going to go ahead and do the brows portion of this look, which I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Medium Brown. I already have pretty nice brows, so I'm just gonna fill in just a tiny bit. Oh, and I definitely just really messed up that brow, so it's a good thing concealer exists. All right, brows are complete, and I am going to cut and shape them just a little bit with some concealer, and then I'm gonna move on to the eyes. And to do that, I am using the Morphe M213 brush. And I'm just going to blend that concealer into my eyelid area. Alright, so for the eye look today, I'm going to be going into the Morphe X James Charles palette. This is my favorite palette to use. It has so many cool colors, and you can create so many things, hence the Unleash Your Inner Artist. As you can tell, this palette is well dipped into, and I'm going to be using it for today's eye look. So for my crease today, I'm going to be going into this royalish blue color, and I'm going to be using the E.L.F. crease brush. Also, I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Forever Flawless Constellation palette as my mirror. I might dip into it for some colors as well. I'm just going to use swiping motions to continue blending this into the crease, and then I'll blend it out going upwards using windshield wiper motions. Okay, now to deepen the crease, I'm going to go in with this dark navy blue shade right here, and I'm just going to stamp that onto the outer corner and bring it into the crease just ever so slightly. So now that we have the crease deepened just a little, I need to blend out towards the brow bone just a little with a lighter blue. So I'm going to be going in with this shade Playground right here, and I'm going to just put a tiny bit on the brush and blend up towards my brow bone. And for all over the lid, I'm just going to go into this shade right here, and I'm going to just put it on my finger, honestly, and I'm going to pack it all over this part of the lid and bring it right into the inner corner. And I will go in with the brush afterwards and fix up some of the messy edges. I'm just going to go in with that same fluffy crease brush, wipe off some of the excess because I only have one fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to take that same shade and just kind of clean up some of the edges. Okay, and now I'm going to dip back into that dark blue and just blend together these two colors right here. All right, now that that top portion is all blended, I'm going to take a Morphe M167 brush. This is a packer brush, but I am going to use it to go underneath the lower lash line with that same medium dark blue. And now that we are about halfway in there, I'm going to take that light, bright blue and go the rest of the way to the inner corner with the same brush, just using the other side that I didn't put product on last time. We're just gonna use that same brush and I'm going to blend them together right in the center. Take my fluffy crease brush, go into that bright metallic blue, and just follow along down my lower lash line until I get to that light blue that we just put on. All right, now that we're all done with that, I'm going to take this E.L.F. contour brush, so I'm not using it for what it's supposed to, and I'm going to dip into this shade right here, Ring Light, and pack it in the inner corner. And this is a stunning inner corner shade. It just brightens up everything. Like, look at that. Beautiful. It is such a beautiful inner corner shade. I'm just gonna blend that right in with that blue that I already put there. Alright, so now that is the eyeshadow for one eye completely done. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye off camera, put on some mascara, and I will be right back. I actually am going to do mascara on camera because I realized that you guys should probably know which mascara I'm using. And I'm using the Benefit Roller Lash, and I have the mini one. Alright, mascara is all on. I went ahead and applied the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk to my waterline. And now we are going to go on to highlighter. So before I put on highlighter, I'm going to put a few spritzes of the E.L.F. Matte Magic Mist and Set. Okay, and now while my face is wet, I'm going to take my E.L.F. highlighting brush, dip into the shade Face right here in the James Charles palette, and apply some highlighter. Pop! I am going to apply it just a little bit with my finger because I think it'll give it a more dewy and wet look, and I think it'll just shine a little higher, and I love a blinding highlight. Yes! Okay, boom. Now I'm going to highlight down the center of my nose, my runway, with the same highlighter, just with my finger. Beautiful. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a little on my Cupid's bow. Now that I have highlighted my face, I'm going to take this brush from earlier, the contouring brush that I used for the wrong things. I'm just going to highlight underneath my brow bone right in here with the shade Ring Light from the James Charles palette, which is what is on my inner corner. Just give that little shine to it. Boom, highlighting is done. Now let's move on to the lips. Okay, so to line the lips, I'm going to be using the NYX Lip Liner Crayon in the shade Nude Truffle. Alright, and now that I have lined, I'm going to use the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Scandal. Alright, and then to finish off these lips, I'm going to go in with a Essence Shine 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 Lip Gloss in the shade Clear. Alright, and now to finish off the look, I'm just going to go in with a last spritz of setting spray, and this is going to be all complete. Get myself off. Alright, and we have the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed that. This was very fun for me. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something new today. I know that I learned that it's a lot harder to do your makeup when there's a camera watching you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and click the bell icon so you always know when a new video is posted. Bye, you guys.